Shalom. This is Shalomah from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. All right. So I'm just going to go into what would happen when 911 emergency services stop. All right, so when there's no more 911, it's going to be all out chaos. The first thing people are going to do is get supplies, food, weapons, anything they can think of to survive. The second thing people are going to do is turn on it's fight. There's going to be a lot of killing. There's going to be a lot of beating. People are going to be getting beat and left for dead. It's going to be a horrible thing out here in these streets real soon. And this is going to happen. And it's going to happen soon. So those that's trusting in this government, what are you gonna put your trust in after that? You know, a lot of people can't get this truth and can't understand it because they trust in America. America is about to fall. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, all you have to do is look at these articles about the police departments, the fire departments. They can't keep people in because of inflation. So what this devil tried to do is jack up the prices on everything. And we know what they're doing. They're getting ready for war. So they had to jack up the prices, taxes, all these things, take money from people, regular working citizens of America, which is Babylon the Great, and take that money and put it towards war. Because it's a World War III is about to not about to jump off. It's already going on, but it's going to get real serious real soon. All right. So by inflation going up, they can't afford to. People can't afford to live. They're going to working 2 and 3 jobs. They're going into scamming people. They doing other means of making money, doing things online. And it doesn't really pay to put your life in danger to be a police officer. You can't make a living off of that. I passed by a sign. I forgot which city it was, but it was in the Atlanta metro area. And it was like hiring for police officers, starting pay 40, I think it was 42,000. And I was thinking, I'm like, 42,000, that's nothing. What can you do with $42,000 a year now? You can't live off of $42,000 a year unless you have a 1-bedroom apartment and an old car that you don't have a car note on. So people it was up in New York where they said thousands of police officers are retiring because the pay is terrible. Same thing happened in Chicago, and it was mostly due to the jab. A lot of officers didn't want to get jabbed up because of the mandate, and they quit. All right, so I'm doing a lot of talking. I want to let the scriptures talk. All right, so now let's first go into Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12, 11, 12. Yeah, verse 12. It says, "Therefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, which is Yahweh, who the world calls God, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. So even with these articles going around with a shortage of police officers, people are still trusting in America. They think this place is gonna still be here in 100 years. They think they're gonna live old, retire. No, you're not. If you're not living old and retiring now, it's not gonna happen. All right, let's go to Second Ezra, chapter 6. Now this is what's gonna happen. Like I said, as soon as 911 disappear, people are gonna run to these stores and empty these stores out. What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend money? Who's gonna stop you from stealing? There's no 911. I forgot that the name of the movie. I know brothers know what I'm talking about, where people was running in the store getting stuff, and this guy, the police was running in towards this guy. He put his hands up, and the police ran straight past him. He was trying to get food and supplies too. That's how it's gonna be. All right, Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." So these people are going to be running in fear. It's going to be all out chaos. They're going to be emptying out these stores. You're going to be trying to get everything you can find. People are going to have trucks loading up the whole truck bed with food and all kind of stuff. And that's not going to save you, because I'm gonna read it in just a second. It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. With those that dwell therein, the springs of the foundation shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." Right? Nothing's gonna be moving out here. No government, no internet. The phone systems are gonna go down. At night, the power might go out. It's not going to be any electricity. Who's going to be running these plants that's keeping the power going, that's keeping the water going, that's keeping the gas going? You can't run the gas stations because you have to pump gas off of power. So it's not going to be any driving out here. And I did a lesson last week about how we're going to be, how the chariots are going to be leading the elect. So we're going to actually have to move through danger, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Lord's willing, we're going to be safe. Hey, but this is about to happen. It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." All right, so we're going to see this. Lord's willing, we make it to hopefully elect. All right, let me go over to Second Ezra 15, and I'm going to start down at verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Yeah, people are going to be, you're going to be your own 911, your own emergency response. You're going to hear your windows break, and you're going to run and grab your guns, and you're going to unload on anybody that comes in your house, even if somebody is trying to get help. Just think, it may be a woman about to get raped, or did get raped and she's fleeing from a group of men and run up in the house to get to ask for help, and the homeowner is going to gun her down. These things are going to happen. All right. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Just like we was reading in 2nd Ezra 6. These men are going to be afraid out here. People are not going to know what to do. It's going to be nothing but darkness. You're not going to have any knowledge on how to survive. All of your skills are going to fail you at that time. You may have a few things that'll get you by a couple of days. But what is it going to help? You got a house full of guns. Say you got 10 guns in your house and it's just you and your spouse, and you got 30 men trying to come in and take your food. What's the chances of you surviving that? It's going to be like Mad Max out here. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Hey, look at these post-apocalyptic movies. It's going to be 100 times worse than that. The Lord is going to actually have angels step in to protect his elect. That's how serious it's going to be. The Lord has angels protecting his elect right now, but we're going to actually see our protection. We're going to see these chariots and these angels guiding us. Lord's willing. But hey, that's what's about to happen real soon. And what inspired me to do this lesson is one of the brothers and down here in the Atlanta camp posted an article. So like, I don't know which brother did, but it was talking about 911, not 911, the police officers in New York, how many are retiring or resigning, and it was thousands. And then we all know about Chicago, started in 2023, all these different laws is going to take place. These officers don't want to deal with that. People can commit crimes and can't go to jail. They have to go through these different protocols. That's one of the worst crime cities and highest murder rate cities in the United States, in the world, actually. People are going to flee out of these cities and they're going to run into more chaos. So we already see this setup, how 911 is going to disappear. The only way you're going to make it, and you're still going to get destroyed, is if you take the chip. And we already know what's going to happen for those that take the chip. You're still going to die. It said those men are going to have a grievous sore. You're going to die a painful death while this devil is trying to control your body and control your mind. You're going to try and run to get help in the form of a chip being implanted in you. And that's still not going to help you. All right, this place is full of lies and robbery. This is really a third world country. A third world country with luxury. The United States has so much debt. The only way they can get out of it is through war. and turning on his people. And that's what's about to happen. But it's going to be destroyed. This whole place has to go. And that's what's going to happen. And it's going to start with your emergency services, 911, disappearing, the internet being shut down. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.